It feels like every week there's a new headline, doesn't it? AI is taking over, robots are coming for our jobs.
Yeah, the future is fully automated, or so they say.
Exactly. It's a common worry, especially with tech moving so fast. But what if I told you there's this massive, like, absolutely essential industry where the exact opposite is happening?
Ah, where technology isn't replacing people.
Not just not replacing them, but actually increasing the demand for human experts, opening up, a whole new wave of high-paying opportunities.
And that's the fascinating paradox we're diving into today. Logistics. As a career choice,
Right.
it's a field many might overlook, maybe think it's just trucks and boxes, but it's this quiet giant powering the whole global economy. And it's showing incredible resilience, incredible growth.
Exactly. So if you're listening and you're curious about genuinely future-proof careers, or maybe you're thinking about a change,
Or even if you just want to understand the kind of vital gears that keep our world moving.
then this deep dive is definitely for you. Our mission today, based on the sources you've pulled together, is to really unpack why logistics isn't just stable, but why it's so lucrative and just brimming with opportunities.
Yeah, we want to extract those key insights, maybe some surprising facts, give you the clearest picture without, drowning in data.
We'll look at why it's so stable, why it's growing, and crucially, what skills you actually need to thrive in this very dynamic landscape.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's unpack this. The logistics and supply chain industry today, it's a totally different beast compared to, say, 20 years ago.
Oh, completely. A drastic evolution. It's driven partly by new trade routes, sure, but fundamentally by digitized tools.
So it's way beyond just the physical movement.
Precisely. And what's really interesting here is what we mentioned earlier, the paradox of automation.
Right.
Most people think, okay, more tech, more robots, more software. That means fewer jobs for skilled humans.
That's the standard narrative.
But the sources we looked at show the opposite in logistics. These innovations, the automation, the digitization, they haven't made skilled workers obsolete. They've actually created a greater demand for experts.
Okay, hold on. So AI in logistics,
Mhm.
it's not just taking over tasks. It's more like a
Yeah.
superpowered assistant or something. Can you give an example? How does it help someone be more creative or make better decisions rather than just doing their job for them?
Absolutely, yeah. Think about route optimization. That's a classic one.
Yeah.
An AI can process millions of data points, shipping routes, real-time traffic, weather, even like predictive maintenance for the trucks, does it all in seconds.
Impossible for a human to do that fast.
Exactly. Then it presents the human expert, the logistics manager, with maybe the top 3 options: the most efficient, the most cost-effective, the most resilient against potential disruptions.
Ah, so the human makes the final call.
Right. The human isn't replaced. They're elevated. They're not just crunching data. They're making strategic decisions, focusing on the tricky problems, managing client relationships. They use the AI's speed to make smarter, faster choices. That's the real shift we're seeing.
That reframes it completely. It's about augmentation, not displacement. And that means with all these changes, these advancements, there's a real need for a larger and even better qualified workforce.
Spot on. And if you look at the bigger picture, logistics is just huge for the global economy. I mean, there was a 2021 report by Research Germany. It said logistics is still the biggest economic sector in Germany, employs nearly 3 million people there alone.
3 million. Wow, that number really speaks volumes about how solid this field is.
It really underscores that stability.
So thinking about logistics as a career, it's not just a job, it's a valuable long-term choice. Because, like you said, procuring, storing, moving goods, that's fundamental. Every single industry needs it.
Everything from manufacturing to retail to healthcare, yeah. It promises that long-term certainty, that security.
Without it, everything just stops.
You got it. Without logistics, trade would literally grind to a halt. It's invaluable to economies like Germany's and really everywhere. It's the fundamental infrastructure.
That makes perfect sense. And that brings us neatly to the core reasons why this is seen as such a high-paying and future-proof career. You mentioned 7 key points, right?
Yeah, 7 main reasons distilled from the sources.
And the first one ties right back to that paradox we just talked about, this idea of a surplus of new jobs.
Indeed. That digitization, that automation, instead of killing jobs for skilled workers, it's fueled a really substantial demand for them.
Because the AI needs managing.
Or
Yeah.
partly that, but also AI aids professionals. It enhances what they can do. It creates totally new roles that need a mix of human insight and understanding the tech. We're seeing jobs emerge that blend data analysis with, like, real operational strategy.
Interesting. Okay, so building on that, more jobs, new kinds of jobs. The second reason is stability, that constant need for moving stuff we talked about.
Absolutely. That's reason number 2. Inherent stability. The movement of goods. It's a constant. It's a universal need.
Doesn't matter if the economy is up or down, people still need things delivered.
Pretty much. For manufacturing, retail, healthcare, this constant demand guarantees long-term certainty, security. It's an evergreen need, really.
And constant demand usually means decent pay,
Right.
right? Which leads to the third point. High-paying logistics careers. It's not just stable, it can be quite lucrative.
Definitely. Key roles like logistics manager, supply chain manager, logistics specialist. These are prime examples.
And what sort of salaries are we talking, roughly?
Well, the sources suggest a typical range, maybe starting around 38,000, going up to nearly 60,000. Depends on the company, your experience, obviously.
That's pretty solid.
But what's really compelling is the potential beyond that.
Because it gets even better higher up, right? I think I saw some figures in the FAQs that were quite a bit higher.
You're spot on. For those top-level jobs, yeah, salaries can range from 65,000 right up to over 140,000.
Wow. Like what kind of roles?
Think supply chain manager at a senior level, director of operations, configuration manager.
Configuration manager, what's that exactly?
That's someone who manages and maintains complex system configurations, making sure all the tech, the software, the hardware all runs smoothly together. It's pretty crucial. And then even chief operating officer roles, Indeed lists these kinds of figures. So the earning potential, it's genuinely significant.
That's some serious upward mobility.
Really?
Which I guess leads straight into reason number 4. Career growth and advancement.
Exactly. This field has so many layers, so many different levels. It really paves the way for promotions into senior roles.
So you don't get stuck.
Not typically, no. It's dynamic.
You're not-
Entry-level people can get trained up, move into higher-level positions pretty quickly sometimes, which is also really important for filling that skills gap we keep hearing about.
Right, companies need to promote from within.
They do. Promotions are common, so it's lucrative, but also offers consistent growth. You can really build a full progressive career here.
Okay, reason 5. Global opportunities. This isn't just a local thing, is it? It's worldwide.
Oh, absolutely. The sector's expanding globally, mainly because of increased globalization and e-commerce.
E-commerce must be a huge driver.
And massive. The sources point to Germany again as a key example, annual turnover around 200 billion. A lot of that growth, driven by the e-commerce boom demanding faster, more efficient transport everywhere.
And Germany's location helps.
Big time. Its central spot in Europe is a major advantage, connects everything. Plus, the sources mentioned its freight villages.
Freight villages. Tell me more.
They're essentially these large, specialized logistics hubs, really well-connected road, rail, sometimes water transport too. They act as these crucial nodes that, stabilize the whole sector across Europe. It's a genuinely global ecosystem.
That's fascinating. Like nerve centers for logistics, which I guess connects to reason number 6. Logistics as a stepping stone to international business. It's not just about moving boxes, it's about connecting markets.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
In a world where the digital revolution is kind of blurring physical borders, understanding international business is gold.
And logistics gives you that front row seat.
Exactly. You get hands-on experience with international processes, you develop a deep understanding of foreign markets, you build a global network. This knowledge, it can open doors to all sorts of international sectors and, of course, often very high-paying international careers. You basically become fluent in global trade.
Okay, and the final one, number 7. Hugely important today. Transferable skills. What do you pick up in logistics that you can take anywhere?
You build a really robust, versatile skill set. Things like forecasting.
Predicting demand, that sort of thing.
Yeah, predicting future demand so you have the right stock, not too much, not too little. General management, obviously. Workflow optimization, finding the smartest, fastest ways to do things.
And the soft skills, too.
Crucial. Communication, interpersonal skills, problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
You hone those constantly. And importantly, with all the digitization, you gain technical expertise. Automation, AI, that makes you really valuable in our tech-driven world.
So, okay, let's say someone listening is thinking, right, this sounds interesting. What are the essential skills they need to actually succeed? Because like you said, it's clearly not just about driving a forklift anymore.
Definitely not. We can kind of group the key skills into 3 buckets. Analytical, technical, and interpersonal.
Okay, analytical first.
Yeah. You need strong analytical abilities. You need to be comfortable using analytical tools. It's all about making data-driven decisions now, finding those efficiencies, boosting performance, seeing the patterns in the noise.
Makes sense. And it's not just staring at spreadsheets, right?
Okay.
Communication seems massive dealing with so many different people.
Oh, vital. Reason number 2, interpersonal heavily features communication. It's absolutely essential. You're talking to your team, suppliers, maybe halfway across the world, customers.
Keeping everyone in the loop.
Exactly. Managing relationships, coordinating shipments precisely, giving timely updates. Clear communication prevents so many headaches, keeps the whole chain moving.
And then there's the unexpected. Logistics must be full of problems to solve. Delays, weather, who knows what else.
That's the nature of the beast. The industry is unpredictable. You get delays, disruptions, things you just didn't see coming. So strong problem-solving skills are non-negotiable. You need to be creative, think on your feet, find solutions quickly to keep things moving. That's where the human ingenuity really comes in.
Okay, analytical, interpersonal. What about the technical side? We've talked a lot about AI and automation.
Right, the technical skills. You really need to be tech-savvy these days.
Meaning what? Coding.
Not necessarily coding, but understanding how these technologies work. How can AI predict demand spikes? How does this software optimize warehouse layouts? How does that tracking system dynamically reroute trucks?
So using the tools effectively.
Using them, understanding their output, integrating them into the operation, kind of translating between the tech and the real world on the ground. Familiarity with logistics software, tracking systems, maybe even some data visualization tools, it's increasingly important.
And if someone wants to develop these skills, get into the field, what's the pathway?
Well, the sources do point towards education. Pursuing a logistics degree at an accredited university is often highlighted.
Like a master's degree.
Yeah, for instance, they mention an MA in logistics, specifically designed for people aiming for executive or managerial roles. Institutions like the Berlin School of Business and Innovation offer these both on campus and online, apparently. These programs are built to develop exactly these skills: analytical, technical, interpersonal.
Right. So wrapping this up,
Hmm.
we've taken this deep dive into logistics, and wow. It's clear this isn't just some stable, maybe slightly boring field. It's genuinely lucrative. It looks incredibly future-proof.
And dynamic, constantly evolving. And the key thing, I think, is that technology isn't the enemy here. Human expertise is being amplified by it.
That really is the core takeaway, isn't it?
Yeah.
That dynamic interplay between human smarts and tech power. It's creating this vibrant landscape just packed with opportunities.
Exactly. From that surplus of new jobs, the high earning potential, the global reach, those invaluable transferable skills. Hopefully this knowledge is useful whether you're actively looking at careers or just, want to be informed about what makes the global economy tick.
Definitely. And it leaves you wondering, doesn't it? As global supply chains keep evolving at this crazy speed, what new, maybe completely unexpected roles will emerge next? Roles that blend that cutting-edge tech with human ingenuity just to keep the world moving.
That's a great question to ponder. What is next?